Here's another installment of my live improvisational comedy on my YouTube live stream. Now I got to think of some new narratives and some new plot lines. I don't know. Let's say you're where. Um, First, start with a context. I don't know. Where would you want to be if you were if you were on a bus ride to hell? No. Would you want to be on a bus ride to heaven? No. Okay, let me think. Let's see. You are. Um, it's the 1700s, and you're in a sunken city of Egypt. But I don't know. No, that would be way before the 1700s. But okay, a sunken city in Egypt. What era would that be? That's got to be like, is that BC? Let's say you're in a sunken city in Egypt. Okay, you're in a sunken city in Egypt, and it's 700 BC. I don't know, don't quote me on this. I'm not an expert on that. But it's before the city was sunk, obviously. But in the future, it's going to be a sunken city. It's not the lost city of Atlantis; it's a sunken city, and you just happen to let's say you happen to know that this city is going to be sunk someday. It's going to be submerged in the ocean, and city in Egypt, a sunken city in Egypt. And you just happen to know that somewhere in the future, let's say it's like, didn't I say what 700 BC? And you just happen to, and like I said, don't quote me on this. I don't know when the era for these cities was, but you've got some kind of psychic power, and you can see into the future. And you know that at some point in the future, this city is going to be sunk beneath the ocean, and now I got to think of an interesting plot twist, an interesting plot device. I got to think of an interesting idea for like some kind of like bizarre juxtaposition or something. And that's what makes stories interesting. It's not necessarily just that it's so novel that you're in a sunken city in Egypt. That in itself is interesting, but what really makes it interesting is like the plot devices that you use, the plot twists, the kind of like the conflicts, the human conflicts within a story, and like the battle between good and evil, things like this. These are the things that make stories interesting. If it's all just like one-sided, it's one-dimensional, and it's not really that engaging. So I'm trying to think of like plot devices, the different things that would make the story. Okay, now I just got to think of like what's the novel idea. Well, it's a novel idea. It's very novel to be in a sunken city in Egypt before it was sunk. But now I'm trying to think what a good plot would be for that. So let me think. Okay. I got it. Here I am in let's say Cairo, Egypt. But no, Cairo isn't. I don't know the names of. I understand that there's sunken cities in Egypt. I mean, there's cities. There are the cities in Egypt that were sunk, submerged beneath the surface of the ocean. I'm not sure what the names of these cities were. I'm not an Egyptologist. I'm not an expert on the country Egypt. I find it to be a fascinating country for King Tut and stuff like that, and like Cleopatra. Seems like there's a very interesting like medieval type of history to that, and there's a lot of like interesting history behind that. And for Egyptologist, it's got to be like a very go on like an archaeological dig or something. That's really going to be fascinating. But I don't know. I'm just thinking, okay, so here I am, and my name is Bubachanezzar or something like that. Why do I call myself Bubachanezzar? Well, it's a kind of a combination of Nebuchadnezzar from the Bible and boob. One of my favorite objects are boobs. I love boobs. And so I'll just call myself Bubachanezzar. And anyways, so here I am, Bubachanezzar. So my name is Bubachanezzar, and I'm in Cairo, Egypt, before it was sunk beneath the ocean. And so I've got some kind of like precognitive idea. I know that it's going to be sunk beneath the ocean because I had a precognitive dream about it. There's some dreams are like some people like wonder what the purpose of dreams are. And I've actually read that in some cases, and you can't verify the accuracy of this, but that there's such a thing as a precognitive dream, and that's where it's like it's a supernatural. I mean, it's not supernatural, but it's like it's a telepathic dream where you have like a telepathic vision, extrasensory vision into the future, a precognitive dream, and you can see events that take place in the future that are laid out to you in your dream. There's no proof of this that I know of, but it's a theory that some New Age philosophers have. And they actually think, according to what I read, some of these, like, some people might call them pseudo-scientists, New Age philosophers, whatever you want to call them, but they think that maybe perhaps a part of human evolution is that the human brain evolved to have certain telepathic abilities that give us like adaptive advantages. For example, if you have a precognitive dream, you can see what's happening in the future, and thus you're able to prevent different tragedies from happening. And that would be part of like human evolution, to be able to have precognitive dreams that would like give you that adaptive advantage. So anyways, let's say I'm having this precognitive dream, but not only do I have the ability to see into the future, events that are going to take place in the future, but I can also contact people in the future concerning who can meet me not in their future, but in my future, extrapolated like 100 years from the future that I'm in right now. So, you know, and I can avert this catastrophe from happening. Okay. And so, for example, now I'm gonna use, I don't want to use proper names, but I'm gonna make up names that are of current people in 2021. So, and you'll probably know who I'm talking about, but I don't want to use proper names, because if I use proper names, then I'm going to ask for some kind of commission out of this. You know, that's why people don't use proper names in movies sometimes, because then you're giving away free advertising. And I don't want to do that, because it's time for me to cash in. But let's just say, okay, Jimmy Campbell. Some people might know what I'm talking about. And I thought it would be funny because Jimmy Camel, because like the context is in Egypt in the desert or something. Jimmy Camel. So Jimmy Camel, we're in the desert. So it's the Late Show with Jimmy Camel. Jimmy Camel, okay. And I'm not going to say exactly the show I'm talking about, but it's a great show on TV that I watch almost every night. It's a fun show, and we see a lot of celebrities on it every night. So it's like Jimmy Campbell. So I'm going to call him up from Egypt, circa 700 BC, in Cairo, Egypt. Okay, before it was sunk, before it became a sunken Egyptian city. So here I am in Cairo, Egypt, and I want to call up my friend Jimmy Camel with his show on television. Talk to him about this. Hi, yeah, is this the headquarters for the Jimmy Camel show in Los Angeles? Yeah, Jimmy Camel. Can I speak to him? Yeah, Jimmy Campbell. I'm friends with Jimmy Campbell. Yes, I am. Why say you not? Can't you just tell by the vibe he's giving off? Jimmy Campbell and I are friends. You're just kidding, I'm friends with Jimmy Campbell. That's a relief. Yes. Okay. Yeah, could I speak to him? Sure. Great. Yeah, let me talk to him. Jimmy? Yeah, your show was great last night. I'm watching it again tonight. I just wanted to say, now this is going to sound really odd, but what? Well, where am I? Well, not only the question would not only be where am I, but when am I? Where am I? I'm in Cairo, Egypt. When am I? I'm in Cairo, Egypt, circa 700 BC. Okay. What? Well, I happen to have precognitive evidence that this city is going to be sunk. It's going to be a sunken city. And like 100 years from now, it's going to be like submerged beneath the ocean. And I want to avert this catastrophe from happening. So I'm contacting you, Jimmy Campbell. God, it's cold in here. Is the air conditioning on? Okay. It's November. I'm contacting you, Jimmy Campbell, in 2021 on your show. I want to see if there's anything you can do about it. And also, I'm stuck in the past. I'm stuck in 700 BC in Cairo, Egypt. What? You have no idea how to not only get me out of Cairo, Egypt, but to prevent Cairo, Egypt from being submerged beneath the ocean? Do you know anybody that can help us out? I'm pretty much screwed. You're just kidding. You can help me out. Okay, so yeah, so send Alejandro Toro here to get me out of Egypt and to save Cairo, Egypt from being submerged beneath the ocean. Okay? Thanks, Jimmy. Okay, it looks like okay, so I don't know what he's going to do, but according to Jimmy Campbell, he's got some kind of bizarro psychic something or other where he can telekinetically do something to help me out. What can he do? So, I'm stuck in Cairo, Egypt. It's 700 BC, and he's going to send Alejandro Toro to Cairo, Egypt, and to the year 700 BC to meet me there to telekinetically stabilize the environment so as to be more conducive to the planet having a homeostasis to it such that environmental conditions would not induce the sea levels to rise so high that that Cairo, Egypt are going to be submerged. So he can telekinetically save Cairo, Egypt, and also bring me back to the year 2021. And then maybe Jimmy Campbell and I will go take a trip to Cairo, Egypt, and have some fun with some Egyptian women there. I think that would be great. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay. So that was just some of my improvisational comedy, and it's just a bunch of bullshit, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, I'll see you soon.